My entire squad got smoked because one private couldn't shut his mouth. His name was Private Garrett Holloway. Smart kid, college degree before enlisting, knew everything about everything. Problem was, he needed everyone else to know he knew everything too. Week 2 of basic training at Fort Benning. Our drill sergeant was Staff Sergeant Kimball, 30-year-old veteran from Texas. Patient guy, but had limits like everyone else. We're doing land navigation training. Kimball's explaining how to read a compass and use terrain features to find our position. Basic stuff every soldier needs to know. Garrett raises his hand. Actually, drill sergeant, that's not the most efficient method. If you triangulate using 3 landmarks instead of 2, you get better accuracy. I learned that in my orienteering club. The whole squad froze. You don't correct drill sergeants, ever. Especially not in week 2. Kimball stopped mid-sentence, looked at Garrett for 5 long seconds. Is that right, Private Holloway? You know better than me? I'm just saying there's a more precise technique, drill sergeant. Half right face, front leaning rest position, move. All of you. We dropped for push-ups. Because of Garrett's mouth, all 12 of us were getting smoked. Holloway wants to teach the class, Kimball said, walking between us. So while you're down there, he can explain his superior orienteering methods. Go ahead, Holloway. Teach us. Garrett, doing push-ups, tried to actually explain triangulation. Made it worse. We did push-ups for 20 minutes. Thought maybe he'd learned his lesson. Wrong. Next day during weapons training, instructors teaching us how to clear a malfunction. Garrett interrupts again. Drill sergeant, you skipped step 3 in the malfunction drill. The manual says you're supposed to check the chamber before attempting to reseat the magazine. Our instructor, Sergeant Vance, just stared at him. Holloway, are you serious right now? I'm just trying to make sure we learn the correct procedure. Drill sergeant, safety is important. Squad, you know what to do. Front leaning rest position, more push-ups, flutter kicks, mountain climbers. 30 minutes this time. My arms felt like jelly. Everyone was glaring at Garrett. After formation, our squad leader, Corporal Sterling, pulled Garrett aside. Listen, man, you need to stop. Every time you open your mouth, we all pay for it. But I'm just trying to help. If the instructors teach us wrong information, we could make mistakes in real combat situations. Sterling rubbed his face. Holloway, they're not teaching wrong information. You're just being difficult. Please, just keep quiet. I can't stay silent when I see errors. That's not who I am. That weekend, we're learning hand-to-hand combat, specifically proper choking techniques for subduing an opponent. Instructor demonstrates on a volunteer. Garrett raises his hand again. My heart sank. Drill sergeant, that choke is illegal in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitions. There's a safer variation that doesn't compress the windpipe as much. The instructor stopped, looked at our entire squad. We were already dropping before he said anything. This time was different though. He made us low crawl through the sandpit while Garrett called out cadence. For an hour, sand everywhere. In our eyes, mouth, ears, uniform, all because Garrett needed to mention Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Back in the barracks that night, guys were furious. Our bunkmate, Private Donovan, got in Garrett's face. You're killing us, man. We've been smoked 4 times this week because you won't shut up. What's your problem? Knowledge is important. If I see something wrong, I have to say something. No, you don't. You really, really don't. The breaking point came during drill and ceremony practice. We're learning how to march in formation. Left face, right face, about face, standard stuff. Kimball demonstrates the proper way to execute an about face. Garrett's hand shoots up. Drill sergeant, you pivoted on your left heel, but the regulation actually specifies pivoting on the ball of the right foot while keeping the left heel planted. Complete silence. Even the wind seemed to stop blowing. Kimball slowly walked over to Garrett, got about 6 inches from his face. Private Holloway, are you telling me I don't know how to march? I'm just citing the regulation, drill sergeant. Squad, fall out. Except Holloway. He's going to teach me how to march properly. We stood there watching as Kimball made Garrett demonstrate the about face. Over and over. For 2 hours straight in the Georgia sun. Must have done it 500 times. Every time Garrett tried to stop, Kimball would say, no, you're the expert. Show me again. Make sure it's regulation perfect. Garrett's legs were shaking. Sweat pouring down his face. But Kimball wasn't done. Now, since you're such an expert on regulations, I want you to recite the entire drill and ceremony manual from memory. Right now. Drill sergeant, I don't have it memorized. Oh, so you don't actually know the regulations you keep citing? Interesting. That's when it clicked for Garrett. He'd been correcting people using half-remembered information, acting like an expert when he really wasn't. You've been running your mouth for 2 weeks, Kimball said. Correcting instructors who've been doing this longer than you've been alive. You know what that tells me? Tells me you're more interested in sounding smart than actually learning. Garrett finally got quiet. Really quiet. Here's what's going to happen, Kimball continued. Every time you interrupt a class or correct an instructor for the rest of basic training, your entire squad runs 5 miles. In full gear. Think they'll appreciate that? Garrett looked at our squad. 12 guys who were exhausted from being smoked because of his mouth. No, drill sergeant. Good. Now drop and give me 50. Garrett did his push-ups alone this time. We just watched. For the rest of basic training, Garrett didn't say a word unless asked a direct question. Graduated with everyone else. But he never forgot the lesson. Sometimes the hardest thing a soldier learns isn't how to fight. It's when to shut up and listen. Actually, scratch that last part. Garrett learned it real quick after that day. Our squad never got smoked because of him again.